Today's episode is brought to you by Babble. Babble is going to get you speaking all sorts of languages. Also today, we're brought to you by Tushy. Hello, Tushy is going to change the way you go to the potty. I don't know why I said potty, but that's what I said. Let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Crendor.
Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
And it's an exciting episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I mean, you said it first.
Right, but I always say it. Even sometimes I know that I'm lying. I still say it.
You're lying.
Sometimes I just say it. It comes out, and I know it's not going to be excellent or exciting.
How do we know you're not lying again?
How do you know I'm telling the truth?
I don't know.
Checkmate.
No, it's true. Some of these episodes are, you know how like every season of a show has like some good episodes, some bad episodes. Like we have that.
Yeah.
We have like some like, wow, that was a 5-star banger, and then some that are like, man, that was 1 star. I think people the other week when we did the ASMR, they're like, that was the worst thing I've ever heard. Please never do that again.
What do you mean ASMR? What did we do?
The gum chewing. People hated that. They were like, that was like, I actually skipped ahead. Normally I'm fine, but that was terrible. That's
Well, they'll be happy to know that my fascination with it has already ceased. I've moved on to other weirder things on the internet. It is how I roll. That is my apparent ADHD kicking in, because I was like, well, that was a thing I cared about for 2 seconds, and now I moved on.
I'm just saying, that was probably rated as a lower episode by a lot of people for that moment. Sometimes,
or some people probably really liked it. They were like, that gum chewing thing?
That's true.
That's my fetish. Yeah. So, you're
that's
welcome.
Sometimes, and then sometimes we're both low energy and we're just like, ugh. Sometimes we're just like, woo. That's why, what? I'm feeling like today's a powerful episode.
Boy, don't do that to us. Don't put that on us.
All right.
That's the last thing I need, is to like really live up to that hype.
Well, how was your week of weeks?
Oh, God, I had so much stuff to do this week, but most of the time...
It feels like every week, though.
Right, but it wasn't, every week is usually like, oh, I had a lot of work to do. This was like the kind of work that sucks. Like, I have to go to the bank to deal with some stuff because the bank called me and was like, there's an issue. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I got to the bank, and I realized it wasn't from our main account, but it was for the video game company account. So I had to sit there for an hour and a half and wait for some dude. And I'm like, oh, my God. So then I had to do, and that was just a waste of my day. Like, a whole half a day was wasted at the bank. Apparently, this new microphone thing that I ordered so that we could do more, like, on-location shoots with stuff, I guess whoever sent it through FedEx. And FedEx all week was like, we've been trying to deliver it, and you're not there. And I'm like, I am 200% here. More importantly, there is a call box out front that connects to my phone. And even if I'm not there, you press the damn button and I'll just let you in. And you can put it next to the door. Not a big deal. And they're like, well, we left you several notes. I'm like, there's not been one note out there. Not a one. I haven't seen or heard a FedEx truck come up or down the street at all. You're out of your damn mind. And they're like, he says he was. I was like, that man is a liar, and I will call him on being a liar. And they're like, sir, if you just, come down. They want me to drive 35 minutes to go to a warehouse and pick it up. And I'm like, no, deliver it to me like you're supposed to. And they're like, all right, so what do we need to make that happen? So I told them everything, and then I went online to my tracking number, and it was like, package on hold. Please contact the people who sent it. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know who sent it. I bought it on Amazon. Am I to contact Amazon? No, because Amazon was just the fulfiller, or the person that I bought it through. The fulfillment people were some other company that I don't know who the hell they are. So I'm like, okay. So all I'm trying to do is get this one microphone, and it's like No. So I've been dealing with that shit, and that sucks. And then we're doing Scary Game Squad. And in Scary Game Squad, we're playing The Quarry, which is the new Until Dawn game, and we started playing it on PC. And PC was fine. It's whatever. However, about halfway through, we realized there were some problems with the PC build that it wasn't working for us. So after our first recording session, before our second one, I was like, okay, I am going to purposefully have one of my lovely staff, shout out to Alex, for going through and watching all the stuff we recorded and marking down every single choice we made. And then giving me those choices so that I could then play through it all over again on the PlayStation 5 to get us back to where we were. And in the meantime, I'm uploading videos, but I have to make them shorter because I'm literally interweaving PlayStation 5 footage with PC footage. And all the comments on the video, one of the videos were like, well, here we are again. Another video series where Jesse's first video is really long and all the other videos are short. They're shorter and it's further apart. And I'm like, you have no idea what's going into this. I'm busting my ass over here. And that kind of stuff. That kind of thing where I'm just like, everything I do is unappreciated. I just working my ass off. It's like they only care about the final product. They don't care about me. Yeah, that's where I was this week.
You needed that ASMR video this week of her being like, good job.
I really did. I really need to find that girl who's just like, good job. I need that so badly. I was like, oh. Yeah, so I did all that. And then the best part was I came into the office yesterday and it smelled like ass, and I have no idea why. And I feel like I need to tell everyone to clean up their space and make sure things are scrubbed down, or if they make food in the office, they clean up. And I don't want to be that boss. I've already done that once. And I don't want to be that strict boss who leaves notes everywhere and is like, make sure to throw this out or do. I don't know where the smell's coming from, and it's ass. And I'm just like, so over it.
Now you're the dad that's just like, come on, we gotta take this trash out. I am not doing it again. But then you have to do it
Crendor,
again.
This is why I'm bad at relationships.
It's adding up.
Oh my God. If I have roommates or I'm living with a significant other or whatever, boy, the little things start to get on me. Like, why? Do you not spit your toothpaste in the sink? Why are you spitting it on the handle? You know what I mean?
Geez, that's me.
Oh, dude, I can't. I go crazy. I'm like,
Toast Woman did that the other night. She was like, this is why the sink thing is because you're spitting my toothpaste. And I was like, I'm just spitting it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad Toast and I can relate. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm just.
That. And then after I brush my teeth, I rinse the toothbrush and then I flick the bristles into the sink. But sometimes it gets other stuff.
No.
So I gotta get the water off.
I would. Oh, dude. I used to date a girl who, man, I can't. Boy, I'm gonna die alone. I used to date a girl who, she was very, very tidy and she tried to be a dainty lady, right?
Right.
But in the bathroom is when she would that's when all the farts would rip and stuff. And that's fine. It's whatever. That's life. I wouldn't mind. But one thing she did, she used to pick her nose in the shower. And then I'd go to turn on the shower and there'd be boogers on the I was like, what is this? And so I'd have to let the shower run extra hot for a while to sanitize. I was like, I'm not stepping in your boogers. I'm not doing that. No, thank you.
Man, that's another level.
I can't, dude. I can't. Just being around people drives me crazy. I think I deserve to be a hermit and live alone and not. The internet's the best thing that could happen to me. Is I can talk to people through the internet and I don't actually have to hang out with them.
True.
It's actually the best thing that ever happened.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
At least you had a fun week of. Did you go to your exercise?
I did. Yes.
How was that?
good. We went for another hour and a half, and basically I went in, and he was like, "You lost 2 pounds. Good, but it could be better." And I was like, "All right." And then he had me do, pretty much just a standard workout routine. We stretched at first, and then we did some like elliptical stuff, and then we went for a walk to like chill out and cool down, and then we did weights, and then we did like some track stuff where he had me run my big ass up and down the track a few times, and that kind of stuff. It was it was fine. It wasn't as weight intensive as the first day.
I see.
So I don't hurt as much, but I today for Father's Day, I hung out with my dad, and he was like, you could hey, keep your eyes open. You could meet someone there. And I'm like, Dad, there is not one soul who would find the way I looked attractive. I was the grossest, sweatiest, nastiest man who ever lived. I was like, and he's like, one
man,
more.
You stink. We've come from an office full of garbage or something. Like, oh, man.
I was like, okay. And he's like, one more lap, one more. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. And he's like, you're fine, you're fine. I'm like, I know I'm fine. I'll do it. I got it. Yeah. The thing is like when I'm in the moment of working out, I'm fine. The minute I stop, my body is like, okay, we're done. I'm like, no, we still have an hour. And it's like a fucking hour. Yeah, I can't do it. So I have to just keep going. I'm like, keep me going. Give me no downtime. Like, warm me up at the beginning. Give me like a cool down at the end. But while we're in it, bust my butt. Like, keep me going. Or else my body will be like, bro, we're done? Okay, I guess I'm done. And everything will shut down. And I'll be like if I go on long walks, or if I go hiking, or if I go whatever, when I'm in it, I'm in it. The minute we take a moment to pause, if there's like someone in the group who's like, I need a moment to pause, I'm done. My body's like, well, we're good. And the rest of the day is terrible. I'm like, oh, come on, buddy, we got to go, buddy. And he's like, nope, I quit 35 minutes ago, dude.
I get that on a smaller scale where I'm just kind of like, I got to start picking it up again. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's partially because after you work out and do everything, your blood pressure drops. So that's probably part of it.
I guess that checks out. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that driving up there's no traffic, but driving on the way back, there's lots of traffic. So it gives me time to like decompress in the car.
I see.
Which is needed. Like I definitely need it. I'll like listen to music and like slowly drive home through traffic. And it's like, all right. Because everyone's trying to like head towards my part of the city on a Saturday. And I'm like, I get it. So I'll just like come back and chill out. It's all right.
Well, at least you got a day every week you're working out now. That's good.
Yeah. I'm trying to do more during the week, but at least I'm forced at least one day to work out. So that's good.
Just get that one day minimum.
Yeah. I'm trying to like force my life into having Fridays free. So this coming week, I was like, everyone work at home on Friday. And I told my dad, and he's like, but like, why? Like, what are you? And I think he assumed I was doing it for them, but I'm like, it's for me. I just don't want to do anything on Fridays anymore. I'm like, what if I just like streamed and like had fun and like didn't have to be in an office and like I made my own schedules on Friday and F it.
Yeah, you need
and
a
he's
fun
like,
day.
oh, well, then that's all right. I was like, yeah, of course it's all right.
Like your dad's approving of it. Like,
yeah, well, he's like, oh, it's for you that it's cool.
You should have double work Friday where they work twice as much. That's what I would do.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm trying to be better. But this past week was not a fun one. It was a lot of, like, BS. And I'm over it.
Well, let me tell you about my week.
Please do. I'm sure it's better than mine.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see. So, it started out last week. I think it was last Sunday because we recorded. And I was like, all right. And then I had trouble.
And it just went downhill?
Oh, yeah. So I had trouble sleeping because I was like, I had like trouble falling asleep or whatever. And then I slept like, I don't know, 6 hours still. So I was like, okay, So then the next night, I'm like, this is fine. And then I fell asleep fast, but I woke up at like 9 a.m., which, by the way, I go to bed like 4:30 a.m.
Wait, why? What? Why did you have trouble sleeping to begin with?
I don't know. I think part of it is because I had a lot of little anxiety things all over. So I had like...
What do you mean? What did you have anxiety with on a Sunday night at post-podcast?
Well, I think it started from the tick thing, but now I'm over the tick thing. It's gone.
You were still worried about the tick thing? The tick thing got you, huh?
I think it put my body in a heightened state from that moment. So when all this other stuff hit, I was like, all right, I had to get like... I had to take my car for a thing. I had to have jury duty, maybe. So I was like, there was one of those things like the standby. They're like, call on Tuesday to see if you got to go in Wednesday. And so I was like, oh, God, I might have jury duty. And then I was waiting for my Warhammer books to get here for the Skaven and the Sylvaneth. So I was like anxious about that because I'm like, dude, I want to look at these books.
No, get out of town.
Well,
you weren't like, oh, they may never arrive. I may never get my Skaven. Oh, no. You were freaking out.
First up, I get them early because I'm a cool Warhammer person. Okay. So I wanted to look at them early so that I could get my review going for them and then put it up and then be like, here we go. Plus, I like playing Skaven. So I was very excited because their old books sucked. It was okay. But new one's very good. All right. So I was anxious because I'm like, oh man, it's coming early, but I don't know which day this week it's coming in because they emailed me Sunday, like the books are coming in. And I was like, oh boy. So I was anxious about that, but like anxious, excited, not like, paired up with the other things where I'm like, got to get these things done. And then I might have jury duty and then this thing's got to do. And I got to call this person. Like I had like appointment. I had so many things going on. So I was just like, okay. So I think I woke up at like 9 a.m. and I couldn't fall asleep. And I was like, you know what? All right, 4.5 hours. I'll just be tired tomorrow. That's fine. So I stayed up that day being like,
there's your problem.
The next night I fell asleep fast. And then I woke up at like, I want to say like 10:30. So I was like, I mean, it's like 5.5 hours I think of sleep. I was like, I mean, it's better than nothing, but I'm still like, can we just go back to sleep for like another hour and a half? That's all I need. Another hour and a half. And body's like, nope. So I was like, all right, whatever. So that day, also our blackout curtains had like some light shining in. I think this was part of it too. It was like 100 degrees here, all right? Actually, it was like 104. So it was like bright. It was hot. We have the air conditioning, but like air conditioning when it's like 104 is still like chugging all day. And so there's like
104.
Yeah. So I went to Home Depot. All right. I bought some like Velcro tape. And so I like Velcro taped the blackout curtains to the wall. So when you're not using them, you just like, and then you like slide them over. And then when you're gonna go to bed, you just go like, and then you put them back on the wall. It's fantastic. So I did that. So I was like, okay, so that helps. And then I called for the jury duty, and they were like, you do not have to report for jury duty. And I was like, all right, okay, I don't have to do jury duty. That's good. And then I went to the weed store. And I bought some CBD THC gummies because I like the ones where they got both in it. I think it's more relaxing. So I took a fraction of one of those because it just, I don't take a full one. I just take some. So you're just like, yeah. And I think I slept like 6.5 hours that night. So I was like, all right, you know what? If it's over 6 hours, at least that's like tolerable. I don't feel like I'm dying in the day. And then the next day, I think it was like Thursday, my books came in. I was like, dude, my rat book. So I was very excited, looked at my rat book, and then I was just, I got a bunch of stuff done. I think a lot of my anxieties were going away, and then I slept like 7 hours, and then I slept like 7.5 hours yesterday. So now I'm back on track. But it was not a fun time when you just keep waking up and you can't go to sleep, or you just can't go to sleep in the first place. Oh, that's the other thing I started doing. So I was like looking at all these sleep tips, and the one that I liked the most was you just do you write before you go to sleep, like a journal. And so I literally just go on my laptop with like F-Lux, so it's like super, not blue light. And then I just write for like 3 minutes, just like, I'm worried about this thing, but I'm going to get that done. And I'm doing this, and like, this feels good, or like, I have this, but whatever. And you like write out all your thoughts. And then when you go to bed, you don't like sit there worrying about it, because you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I wrote it all out. And then you go to sleep. And it's actually been helping.
I have never done that, but I have had those nights of sleeplessness. And usually one stop to YouTube, and I think I just type in rain car drive ASMR or something like that, and it'll literally be just like the amount of dudes who record themselves driving in the rain is insane. It's so high, and it's just like 8 hours of me driving in the rain, and that is sleep fuel for me. That I am down.
That is
there is
good.
one. What is it called? There is one sleep rain car. There is one that is, it's called Cars Driving in the Rain at Night 2 Hours ASMR by Yoga Duke. Shout out to Yoga Duke.
Yoga Duke.
This thing has 2.3 million views. It's 10 years old. It straight up is like a camera pointed at a highway in the rain. And it reminds me of when I used to live in New York, and there was a big major road near where I lived, and when it would rain, I'd open the windows and hear the cars driving by and like the trucks in the rain. It gets me every time. Shout out to Yoga Duke in that video, because that is like, mwah, every time. I put that thing on and just pass out. It is like sleep fuel for me.
Yeah, I do like ASMR for that. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try Yoga Duke.
I don't know anything else about Yoga Duke except that one video, so I can't make any promises, but I do love it.
All right. Although I've been sleeping better now, so I don't know if I need it, but if I can't.
Yeah, I mean, one time I did, like, I had a bunch of stuff in my mind, and so I went and wrote down, like, pen to paper, wrote down a list of things to do the next day. Mm-hmm. And that made going to sleep easier. I will say it does help to get shit out of your head.
Yeah. Because that's the big thing. I think people go to bed, and especially nowadays where, like, you don't have time to sit down and, like, process everything you've been doing throughout the day, because you're constantly, like, keeping your mind occupied. So when you lay down, that's why everyone does the meme of, like, oh, man, I'm so tired. And then they lay down and they can't fall asleep because their head's just racing. And so when you write down everything, it kind of just gets it all out. And your body's just like, all right, nice, sleep time.
Nice.
Nice. And then when that all fails, then I got my, like, emergency Xanax.
Oh, well, I would never do that. I only take 2 edibles.
Well, that's true. Well, that's why I said it's emergency Xanax. That's like, I have the smallest dose. It's like 0.25 milligrams, which I look up online. People are like, that doesn't even do anything. That's a placebo effect. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, placebo is fine. I'll take,
yeah, it works for me. So I'm like, either it's a placebo or it's working, but I think it's working, so I don't know. And then they give me like 30, and it lasts me like a year. So then whenever I go to renew it, my doctor's like, you addicted to these? And I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, okay.
I love your accusatory doctor. You addicted to these?
You addicted to these? Yeah, I don't know. It's that's why it's like my last ditch resort thing.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's fun. What else did I do? I recorded Binding of Isaac with Sinvicta. That was fun.
Amazing. I'm sure he's a master at that game by now.
Oh yeah, Sinvicta. That's like all he does on his channel for his main stuff. And then I was like,
I will say he learned from Northern Lion. That's free views.
Yeah.
If you produce like a lot of that content, the Binding of Isaac fans eat it up, dude.
Oh yeah, I've seen that from his YouTube channel. So I was like, Sinvicta, teach me Binding of Isaac. So I've played about 8 minutes of Binding of Isaac in my life, and I don't know why. It's like everyone's like, dude, every run is different. I'm like, I want to see why. And so he was like, all right, I'll teach you. So we did a series of like on his channel and my channel. So on his channel, he was like, I'm just kind of gonna let you play and commentate. And then on my channel, he was doing more coaching. And so it's funny because when he just let me play and didn't coach, I actually almost won. I almost beat the whole level. Got to the end boss thing. And then when he was coaching me, I did worse. So I was like, oh, all right.
That's because you're trying to both listen. It's like when people stream, you're trying to both entertain and play, right? Same thing there is you're trying to listen and do what he says, and you're second guessing your own intuition to sort of get what he's telling you. So until the two of you are on the same wavelength, they're always going to be worse because you're trying to catch up to what he says.
Yeah. Plus, I play fast. I do that with card games too. I play way too fast. I hate when people take 10 years to be like, all right, this is the optimal play to use the breath of magic.
Whoa. Time out.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I don't want to have to call you out on this. Every time we've ever played any game, you're the guy who's like, the optimal. When we play Civ, the first 2 turns, nothing happens, and you're like, hold on. I'm planning Civ. My civilization.
That's different.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Turn 1 of civilization is plant your flag, move on to turn 2.
No,
you're like, hold on.
That's one of the most important parts of the game. That place, you plant that flag, you're there for the next 10 hours. All right? So I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to find a good spot. All right, with Hearthstone, if I lose, I'm on to the next one.
Shit, that's funny.
So, listen, there's people, even sometimes I'm like, all right, this person wins. And then they're like, do I win, though? Let's see the other mathematical possibility. And I'm like, I'm out. So, it was in my one, Sinvicta's like, all right, don't pick up okay, you picked it up. All right, if you're going to go into this room, don't do okay, you did it. And it was just a lot of that. And I was like, listen, you got to tell me faster. But I actually had a good time. I thought it was a pretty fun game.
That's good. I think it's very fun as well. I just realize I'm not great at it. You know how you play fast?
Yeah.
I play fast, but I don't use foresight. I will literally just be like, oh, that, without thinking, and I'll pick up something that's way worse than what I had just because I'm like, it's new. That is a problem I have always had, and I always will have. The other day, I was playing Teamfight Tactics, and I was so obsessed with finding one character that I completely ignored the fact that another character that I needed popped up, and I clicked next, and I was like, no!
Oh, yeah,
that happens to me all the time.
I've done that a lot. The amount of times I'm looking for Jinx. Then someone's like, you rolled a Jinx. And they're like, you rolled another one. I'm like, what?
That's like me with Lulu. I'm like, I need a Lulu. And I always skip past Lulu. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Been there.
So that was fun. And then today, today for Father's Day, we went by my parents' house, and then my dad was like, let's order Portillo's. So then we got Portillo's, and we went to pick it up, and the order wasn't there when we went to pick it up, and we were waiting, and then this lady got her order, and then she was like, good luck, took me 30 minutes. And it's like, all right. And then the guy comes back, and he's like, hey, so we don't have your order. I think DoorDash took it.
Oh, my God.
So they had to remake it, and it took another 20 minutes. So I was like, all right.
At least you got the fresh and hot version.
That's true. We at least got the fresh hot version. So, and it's still good. Still got my hot dog and my chicken sandwich.
Good.
So it was, it was the main highlight of Father's Day.
Yeah, today Father's Day for us was literally I went over to my parents, we ate food, and then watched the local news for an hour and a half. And I was like, all right, gonna go do Cox and Crendor. Bye.
Why'd you watch the local news?
I don't know. My mom had it on when I got there, and we just didn't change the channel. And then, I don't know, an hour and a half went by, and we saw, you know how the local news is the 4 o'clock Sunday local news, and then it's the 5 o'clock, and it's the exact same news, and they just redo it. That's where we were on the same news again. To the point where they then changed the channel, and we watched another local news station at 5 to see what their stories were. That's yeah.
It's just the same thing, but in a different type of light. It's like,
Pretty
there's
much.
an alligator down at the old festival that bit the guy that thought it was a dog. And then you go to the other station and they're like, breaking news, alligator bites man. Could it be a dog?
The funniest part is that both stations had 2 stories about Father's Day, both featuring mariachi bands, both in different locations. So one of them was a mariachi band walking up and down the street with a bunch of fathers celebrating Father's Day. And the other one was a Spanish language grocery store in LA invited a mariachi band to play in the store for all the shoppers. And both stories featured really old ladies dancing with the mariachi. It was so good. I was like, oh my God, love this.
Local news always does that too. They're like, and there were many fathers out here. And then they're like, hello, sir, are you a father? And he's like, yeah, I'm a father. And they're like, what's it like being here on Father's Day? He's like, it's pretty good. I like eating there. And they're like, how about you? What do you think of this? And the other guy's like, yeah, my family decided to come here. We all decided to come. It was a good time. They're like, well, everyone's having a great time here down at the place. Back to you guys.
That is
in the studio.
Exactly what it was.
Oh my God, I just forgot to tell you something that's completely unrelated to all this.
Yeah.
So, the other thing that happened to me was on my second night of not being able to sleep and being like, oh my God, I can't sleep, whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get up. Literally, when I got up, I pulled my neck.
How are you still alive? Honest question.
I literally got up.
Are you all right?
Like, oh! And I was like, oh my God, I strained my neck. So I was like, not only am I just tired and anxious, I'm like, now my neck is strained. So I was like, oh, I can't turn it. Can't turn it. So that just added to everything. But now it's like 85% better.
Oh, well,
plus,
that's good.
It sucked because I couldn't lift. I wanted to lift because lifting helps your everything. You get rid of that anxiety, you get the blood pumping, you get the. So I was wanting to lift, but I couldn't. So I just did cardio. Dumb.
My man, I think you're going too hard. I think you're going too hard. I don't know anyone who strains themselves as much as you.
Honestly, I think it's strained because my neck is weak from years and years of sitting at a computer with terrible posture.
That checks out. You know what? I buy that completely. You don't even need to explain that to me. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. And also currently sitting with terrible posture. So I think I just need I need to strengthen my neck, actually. I need to do more of the exercises they told me in physical therapy.
How do you strengthen your neck? What is this neck strengthening physical therapy?
You do chin tucks. So chin tucks is where you tuck your chin in, you're making a double chin.
Sounds like self-evident, yeah.
Yeah, and that strengthens it. You also, there's exercises where you lay down flat and you lift your neck back. There's some where you take a ball and you push the side of your head into the ball, and that strengthens the side of your neck muscles. I gotta do that one. There's some other ones. They gave me a bunch, and then you also strengthen your back muscles for posture. It helps.
Do you worry about when you do stuff like that, you end up being older with one of those flabby necks? Because you keep giving yourself a double chin and all that stuff. Are you worried that you're gonna end up with one of those necks that droops down?
Oh, I don't give a shit. As long as my neck doesn't strain, I can care less.
You are the most pragmatic person I know. You're like, I don't care. What the hell do I care?
Hey, I just don't want pain. Kidding me? Whatever.
My man, I learned so much living through you, vicariously through you. I'm like, yep, that checks out.
Yeah. So that was my week.
It sounds like a wonderful week.
Yeah.
You know what else is wonderful?
What?
Hello, Tushy.
Whoa.
Hey, imagine you're walking down the street, Crendor.
Mm-hmm.
A bird poops all over your arm.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna pat that off with a dry napkin?
No, definitely not.
No, you're gonna wash your arm.
Yeah.
So why are we treating our buttholes any differently? Stop smearing your business around with toilet paper and start washing with water with the Hello Tushy bidet. Everyone knows that bidets are the way to go. And if you don't, that's because you've never tried one. Hello Tushy's bidet makes it so easy to get yourself started on that path. It washes your bum with fresh water for way better clean than toilet paper. Simply spray and then pat it dry. It attaches to your existing toilet. You don't need an electrician or a plumber. It installs in literally 8 minutes, maybe less if you're a smarty pants. Cuts down on your toilet paper usage by 80%. You save money. You don't waste a lot of paper. I know a lot of people, I used to use those like wipe things that they would sell. Those are apparently terrible for the environment. So, I know. So this helps with that. Make the restroom your best room with the complete Tushy system, including a Tushy bidet attachment, a little ottoman, and a toilet brush. Hello Tushy has cleaned over 1 million happy bums. Join them and take care of your business the cleaner way. We want you to have a clean bum. That's true. That's what we want. Visit hellotushy.com/Cox to get 10% off plus free shipping right now. Also, if you want, for hilarity's sake, tag us and at Hello Tushy on Twitter, for example, and let them know. Let them know that you heard about it. That's hellotushy.com/Cox to get 10% off at hellotushy.com/Cox. Also today, we're brought to you by Babble. Summer's here. And for all of you who are finally starting to travel, you're not traveling out of LA. They canceled 42 flights today. Woo. But if you're traveling anywhere else, domestic or foreign, if you want to immerse yourself in a culture, if you want to just get away, Babble is the best way to be prepared. Babble is the language learning app that's sold more than 10 million subscriptions. Thanks to Babble's addictively fun and easy bite-sized language lessons, there's still time to learn a new language before you reach your destination. With Babble, all you need is 10 minutes to complete a lesson, so you can start having those real-life conversations in a new language in as little as 3 weeks if you want to. Other language learning apps use AI for their lessons plans, but Babble has lessons created by over 150 language experts. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. Plus, Babble has speech recognition technology to help you improve your pronunciation and accent, which is truthfully half the deal. You can be like, hola, habla español. And, that's not, they're going to look at you like, who is this goober? Speaking of español, you can get 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, German, whatever your heart desires. There are so many ways to learn with Babble. You've got podcasts, games, videos, stories, even live classes. And it all comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't happy with your new language journey, they got you covered. Right now, save up to 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/Cox. That's Babble, BABBEL.com/Cox to get up to 60% off. 60% off is what I was going to say. Boy, I need that pronunciation software. Babble, language for life. Let's go to Chapter.com. Whoa, see, I need that. Oh, that software in the sky with Crendor.
Hey, yep, he needs it. So here we are up in the sky. It is definitely getting crazy traffic. They're canceling flights. People got to walk places. They got to take trains. It's getting crazy out here. Also, I forgot to mention that I've been watching Spongebob episodes. Me and Toast Woman watched the entire first season of Spongebob, and you know what? It actually holds up pretty well. I thought it was pretty solid.
You mentioned that last time.
Did I? Well, we finished the entire first season now, and
well, there
it was pretty good. So, we're on to season 2. Back to you.
All right, let's go to weather.
We have a weather request for, let's see, they said either my city of Groningen, Netherlands, or Bertange, Netherlands. The latter has a population of only 450 people, but has a gigantic star fort, which might be interesting for Crendor, seeing as he talked about being interested in castles and forts and how they were constructed.
Ooh, this is the famous star fort.
Oh, is that the Bertange?
Yes, it looks exactly like all the pictures I've ever seen of it. It's beautiful.
Let's see, Bertange Fort. Oh, wow, that is crazy. Look at that.
Yeah. It's like multiple stars. It's like stars on stars.
Wow, yeah, that is stars on stars.
Admittedly, if I had to, like, outlast the siege, this is where I would do it. This place looks dope.
Oh, yeah. Bertange, Groningen, Netherlands, 51 degrees. It feels like 50 degrees. High 65, low 46. Humidity 91%, pressure 29.93 inches, visibility 10 miles. You got your winds at 5 miles an hour, dew point at 49, UV index 0, and a moon phase of a waning gibbous. Sunrise 5:04 a.m., sunset 10 p.m. You've got a daily forecast of 65 degrees, partly cloudy, 10 to 20 mile an hour winds at night. Tuesday, you got 73, partly cloudy. Wednesday, 74, mostly sunny. Thursday, 80, mostly sunny. Friday, 77 with thunderstorms. Saturday, 74 with thunderstorms. Sunday, 73 with showers. Monday, 70 with showers.
This place is super interesting. I guess this was constructed on the only road between Germany and a city controlled by the Spanish during the 80 Years' War. And so it was kind of like a choke point.
Oh,
Super
that is cool.
And I guess that's why they made it like such a total badass location.
Yeah. Wow, that's even crazy to look at on Google Maps. You're just like, whoa, stars.
It was made, it was built under the orders of William the Silent, which I think is just, what a great name. William the Silent. One of the main leader of the Dutch revolt against the Spanish that set off the 80 Years' War. Resulted in the formal independence of the United Provinces, which I guess is supposed to be like the Dutch Republic, the Netherlands.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at a restaurant inside the fort.
Yo, I want to go to that restaurant. What is that restaurant?
There's a cat on a chair.
Uh-huh.
He's just sitting on a chair. It looks like there's like a cafe. This is Cafe... How do you even say this? Landy's Hughes? Cafe restaurant Landy Hughes.
Yo, I love that cafe. Has got like a look to it.
Yeah, it actually looks really cool.
I can't tell what the hell the food is.
Yeah.
Some of the food is like, it looks like croquette stuff, kind of.
Yeah.
Crendor.
What?
On TripAdvisor, I'm just going to send you this image. On TripAdvisor, there is an image of a young girl at this cafe.
Hold on, let's see. What the shit?
There is, on this TripAdvisor page, it's a bunch of photos of the food. And then just one photo is of a girl face down on her plate. And I don't know what's going on in this image.
Is she like licking the plate? Is she like falling asleep in the plate?
I have no idea what's going on in this image. It's so funny looking. The craziest thing is on the plate is like a dust powder.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's happening in this image. It's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. That is weird though. The fort now is just like some restaurants and hotels, and then probably like you walk around and see the fort stuff.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for that.
It actually does look pretty neat.
They have a vegetarian burger that looks like just a bunch of vegetables on a bun. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Interesting.
The bun looks like a rye bread, but the bread looks like it was baked in 1832. It's crazy looking. It's crazy looking bread.
Crazy looking bread.
But that's because the rest of the world got that crazy looking bread. While we're over here with our like Wonder Bread. So, yeah. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that. That was cool.
Yeah. That's the weather.
All right, let's go to sports.
Sports. Welcome to sports.
Hello.
Hello. So we had the NBA Finals. The Golden State Warriors won, defeating the Boston Celtics to go 4-2 in the series and win the entire thing. So good for the Warriors.
So good for the Warriors.
Good for the Warriors. I now want them to win, but you know, it's whatever. Then in the NHL, The Colorado Avalanche currently up 2-0 in a 7-game series against the Tampa Bay Lightning, so it's looking pretty good for them so far. Then we have baseball, where we have the Yankees in first, the Twins in first by a game over Cleveland. You got the Astros in first, you got the Mets in first, the Cardinals and Brewers tied in first, and the Dodgers in first by half a game over the Padres, with the Giants 3 games back. And it's pretty much sport. Actually, I think NFL's doing some training camp stuff, so that's pretty neat. We're only like a couple months away from the NFL starting up again, so that's pretty fun.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez. And then golf, I think, also happened. Matt Fitzpatrick got his major moment on the last hole of the U.S. Open.
And then golf, I also think, happened, is the most accurate statement I've ever heard. I think it happened. Yeah.
It did. It did. That's sports.
Did. All right. Let's go to our fact of the day.
Yep. Fact of the day. Fact of the day. All right. Fact of the day. Australia contains a number of pink lakes, but the most stunning is the Pepto-Bismol colored Lake Hillier. The color may be the result of certain algae.
Now I gotta look it up. Whoa, it really does look Pepto-Bismol color.
Whoa, it does. Yo, what the shit? That's crazy.
I would not step foot in that lake.
I wouldn't either. Oh my God.
That is... It straight up just looks like a lake filled with Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, that's like a weird dream lake. Like, what?
Look at that. Look at us. Look at us looking at that.
Oh my God. There's a guy like bottling the water and it's pink.
It's in Western Australia, down way in the
down way under. Way under.
That is way under. You're right. That is. The shore of the lake is terrifying. No, thank you.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I don't...
So I guess in 1802 it was already pink.
Wait, it was already pink in 1802? So it was just... How long has it been pink?
Matthew Flinders, I assume that's who it is, or Flinders, expedition on the 15th of January, 1802, found it, and it's the first written records of the lake. He observed a pink lake, and he says, in the northeastern part was a small lake of rose color, the water of which... As I was informed by Mr. Thistle, which absolutely sounds like a guy who'd be on an expedition, Mr. Thistle, who visited it, was so saturated with salt that sufficient quantities were crystallized near the shore to load a ship. Specimen he brought back aboard was good quality, required no other process than drying to be fit for use. So maybe that's where, I don't know, maybe it's the same thing as Himalayan sea salt, that whole
oh yeah,
pink salt. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, it does say, despite high salt levels, comparable to those of the Dead Sea, Lake Hillier is safe to swim in. However, it is not advised nor allowed without previous approval from the Western Australia Department of Environmental Conservation. So, I guess they don't want you swimming in there, but you can.
Well, that's good to know. At least if I ever had to go swimming in there for a reason...
Yeah, you'd be fine. Yeah. It's weird as hell looking. It's so neat.
Yeah, definitely look it up. Lake Hillier. That's your fact of the day.
Wow. All right. What is our big news story of the day?
This news story is actually a few weeks old, but I feel like it is definitely worth talking about. Florida bodybuilder pulling a $245,000 scam told the VA he could lift only 10 pounds.
Wait, what? What? Okay.
All right, here we go. Vanity prevented a Port St. Lucie, Florida man from getting away with taking $250,000 in Veteran Administration disability benefits by claiming, among other things, combat experience and arm and leg weakness that prevented him from lifting weights since 2010. While pulling the scam, bodybuilder Zachary Barton and his wife were posting pictures and videos online of Barton pushing heavy iron to build his physique and flexing in the gym on stage and contests. Investigators began tracking the muscular moves of Barton, such as moving furniture and regular workouts at gyms in Colorado Springs, Colorado, where Barton and his wife moved. Eventually, prosecutors had enough of a case against Barton that the 35-year-old U.S. Army vet pleaded guilty in West Palm Beach federal court to theft of government funds.
Okay, so basically he lied to the VA. Like, he actually could lift stuff. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I thought it was the reverse. I thought he was, like, lying. Like, I thought he was tricking the weightlifting organizations. Like, he couldn't lift weights, and he somehow tricked them all. I was like, whoa.
No, he was just like, I'm so weak, I can't do anything. And then he's, like, at the gym lifting, like, 300 pounds.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Barton submitted a benefits claim to the VA in April of 2012 that stated he was dealing with several issues, including Guillain-Barré syndrome and anxiety. Over the next 5 years, his percentage of disability, which is used to determine the amount of VA benefits, decreased, so Barton's benefits decreased. But on May 22nd, 2017, Barton's percentage evaluation for PTSD and persistent depressive disorder jumped from 30 to 70% after Barton said his symptoms were getting worse. His guilty plea said he claimed increased social impairment with deficiencies in work, school, and family relations, depressed mood, memory loss, anxiety, chronic sleep impairment, and total social occupational impairment and other mental health problems. Physically, he said he had limited motion of the arm at the shoulder level and painful movement of the arm. Barton showed up for an August 7, 2019 exam using a cane, which he said he's been using for 9 years. He dropped a small book on the floor, indicating he had no strength to hold it. He claimed erectile dysfunction. He said his gym activities were limited to stretching using bands, sauna sitting, and weights of only 5 to 10 pounds, and he went only twice a week. Asked by the doctor about his size, Barton dismissed it with, "I am fat." But when asked about his muscle mass, he said, "I guess I have good genetics." But the previous month, law enforcement began collecting photos from the Facebook and Instagram accounts run by Barton and doing what he told the VA he could not. Such activities included strenuous weightlifting, executing bodybuilding poses, and competing in a bodybuilding competition. None of the post, images, or videos showed Barton using any assisting devices at any time. When investigators learned Barton was moving to Colorado Springs, they put a pole cam outside of Barton's Florida home. They saw Barton walking and, on August 23rd, moving furniture without any problems. Still, the VA granted his claim as having a spine degenerative disc disease related to his service, a problem that Barton said made it painful to even walk. That jacked his PTSD disability percentage to 100%. Barton would enjoy those full disability benefits only a short while. On June 23rd, the day after agents saw Barton walking and playing with his dogs, Barton skipped a scheduled VA examination. But he did hit up a Planet Fitness early that morning, at which he gave another man working out fitness advice. He told the man he'd been lifting the last 10 years, usually did cardio training in the morning and weights in the evenings. He told the man to meet him later at Flex Gym and Fitness for a workout. Before the workout, Barton warned it would be grueling, but he was a gym rat, a serious bodybuilder for 2.5 to 3 years. During the workout, Barton discussed performance-enhancing steroids and bragged his use didn't even affect his ability to get an erection, which ran counter to what he told VA doctors.
Oh my God, time out. Yep. This dude, all right, I was waiting to see where this is going. So this guy, he straight up is just like, "Yeah, doc, I need this cane, and my dick doesn't work anymore."
Yep.
And I'm so fat. Like, look at me, I'm so fat. And the doctor's like, "Are you sure that seems like a lot of muscles?" Like, no, I'm just big bone, doc. I'm just big bone.
That's genetic.
I can't work out or do it. I'm just so fat. And oh yeah, I got dick problems, doc. And the doctor's like, "All right, we're gonna help you out, dude." And then he goes to the gym and tells a random dude at the gym, he's like, "My dick is a fully functioning weapon. Let me tell you, ladies better watch out. These muscles that are on my body are not fat. My bones are actually very, very small, and I am all muscle. And did I mention my dick works very well?"
They say
I can't believe this guy.
The steroids are supposed to make it weak, but it's very strong.
If anything, it's made it way better. My giant magnum dong is... I mention I just moved I lifted so much stuff. I saw these guys put out a camera outside of my house, and I thought, that's weird. They probably want to get footage of me moving because I'm so muscular. It's probably for my new video called How to Be Muscular and Have a Giant Dong, a fully functioning dong. Right? And the guy's like, what?
Yeah. Well, during the interview, Barton admitted to faking his disabilities to receive VA disability compensation benefits. Barton's guilty plea admits. Barton stated that he was not in combat and made up stories of combat to obtain a disability
even in combat?
rating.
Oh my God.
He was not in combat and made everything up. What a guy.
This guy, besides lying to the VA to get money, he's also stolen valoring the hell out of this whole thing.
Bro, I was in combat, dude. They were coming in left and right. I was making moves. And I just saw my friends die before me. And I was like, oh, man, PTSD now. Plus, my dick doesn't work.
Yeah, and then he goes to meet the other guy, and he's like, yeah, actually, I saved everyone's lives, and then the enemy retreated when they saw my fully functional giant dick. They said, let's get out of here. That guy's dick is huge. And it looks like it totally works. Also, his muscles are very big. It looks like his uniform barely fits, and his body armor doesn't cover all of his muscles. He's got body armor on his body armor. They tied 2 bulletproof vests together to wrap around his amazing muscles. He's so strong.
And then the clouds parted, the sun came out, and God appeared, and he said, wow, I'm glad I gave you the biggest dick of any human ever in history. I said, hey, thanks, God.
I can't believe I can't believe verbatim. He was like, oh, Doc, I have erectile dysfunction. I'm so ashamed. And then, like, he's the next day is in this room like, bro, have I ever told you about my weaponized dong? This
I
thing.
tie weights to it, and I lift it. It's the best. That's how you get powerful erection. You tie weights to your dick. Just lift them up.
I can't believe this dude. What a fake asshole.
Plus, if you look at this guy, you will see.
Oh, do you have a photo of this man?
Oh, is there? Here you go. He's got the most powerful neck beard.
Dude, all right. 2 things. One.
Yeah.
He 100% has like the Amish style of neck beard.
Yeah.
Where he has no mustache. He just has the beard.
Yep.
But it doesn't go up to his lower lip. It's just around his jaw, which is already hilarious.
Yep.
2. His upper body is ripped to hell. How anyone said this, like how he convinced anyone that he was fat is insane.
Yeah.
But 3, and the funniest part, this dude has never done leg day once.
Oh yeah, no. He's
This
like the
dude's legs
stereotypical.
are so thin.
He's got like my legs.
His upper body, his. You know how like in the 90s they would draw comic book superheroes really distorted with like
Yeah.
massive muscles? That's his upper body, and then his lower body is like little twigs.
Like his upper arms are like 3 times the size of his legs.
It's this dude. I don't know if it's the glasses and the backwards hat, or if it's like the shorts with the little skinny legs. But something about this dude screams like nerd who just wants to be taken seriously.
That's the other one.
Is this his girlfriend? Who is this person?
That's his wife.
That's his wife?
Yeah.
You know what? There's no way you could convince. His wife looks like a girl who has never left the gym. Like she is ripped. And you're telling me that she like, you know what? That fat loser with no dick, I'm definitely going to stay with him. There's no way.
No,
There's
but
no
she
way.
knew. She knew the secret. That he wasn't a fat loser with his dick not working. He had the super dick. He was roiding up, bulking up. It all checks out. And then he was making bank. He was bringing in like $250,000.
That's incredible. How, man? How? That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's Florida.
All right, my dude. That's fine. It's sad though. Like this guy is physically fit. He like clearly has a loving relationship.
Yeah.
Why does he need to lie so much? And more importantly, Why did he need to be like, I fought in combat? And I'm all like, you don't need to do that. Why? What made him think maybe because he got him more money? That's so sleazy.
I don't know. Like he could have been like a trainer. He like so many things. And
yes, dude, like, definitely could have been a trainer.
Yeah. So I don't know. He's that guy.
He is that guy, that's for sure. Oh my God. Well, you don't be that guy. Instead, keep listening to Cox and Crendor so you can get caught up on, I don't know, whatever the hell Florida man's doing, I guess. Anyway, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening and watching and ever enjoying this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We've got youtube.com/Cox Crendor podcast. All the podcasts up over there on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Also, we got the youtube.com/Cox and Crendor without the podcast at the end. That's where all the animations go up. We also have Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud if you want to listen there. We also have our main things. We have youtube.com/Jesse Cox, youtube.com/Crendor, Twitter Jesse Cox, Twitter Crendor, Twitch TV Jesse Cox, Twitch TV Crendor, Facebook Jesse Cox, Facebook Crendor, Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor was taken, patreon.com/Jesse Cox, patreon.com/Crendor, and youtube.com/Warhammer Crendor. Listen to me review the Rat Book for an hour and a half.
Hell
Even
yes.
if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I'm like,
what a rat book
oh my God, he's got +3 to cast, +2 to unbind, 3d6 to 2d6, +4. You gotta be shitting me. It's great.
Yeah, you think that's a joke, but that's exactly what will happen.
It actually is. It's me just freaking out for an hour and a half. Like, they gave Warp Grinder D6 attacks, 3x3 -2/2 damage. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, everybody. We'll see y'all next time. And as always, to be continued.